brown?
The other one was something like, I guess, like this.
So it definitely will take you a couple sessions to get there.
Yeah.
What's your color history?
I've been coloring my hair for like 20 years at a salon, mostly at this place called Shannon's in Santa Clarita. I retired and then I just decided I'm not going to do it anymore.
Okay.
Yeah. And for me, most of my, it's right in the front. All my white hair is right in the front. And before when Shannon was doing it, she would do it lighter in the front.
The base color?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it got darker in the back.
Yeah.
And this to me is dark.
Yeah.
I'm not used to having this dark of hair because the last 2 times I went to 2 different places because I thought I was moving to Torrance.
Oh.
So I went there and she did it really dark. To me, this is dark. Shannon did it much lighter, so there was less of a contrast between my face.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Were you doing highlights before at all, or just the base color?
Just the base color. Initially, I did highlights, but we stopped that because I have problems with my hair.
Okay.
It like falls out and comes back and falls out. Right now, I'm just struggling to keep my hair. I think after menopause or when I turned around.
Oh, just like natural.
Yeah, but I lost like a good. That much of my hairline.
Okay.
But I heard that's normal.
You want to keep it as blended as possible, though? You want to keep some dark in there?
Yeah, I guess. I just wanted to grow out kind of...
Softer?
Yeah, because right now, this line is like horrible. Even my sisters are saying, do something, because they don't like that at all.
So I'm thinking of just doing a really heavy highlight. This brown is going to be left in between the highlights, and then next time when you come in, we'll pick up more of the brown. But in that process of you waiting to do the second round, I would wait as long as possible because I would want your natural to grow out so we have something as a background color when I pick up the rest of the brown. And I would just do a really heavy highlight, so you'll still see some of the brown, but you'll be majority of the lighter color that we're going to be doing. And then if this color doesn't get as light, I would recommend doing something maybe more gray or like a violety gray. If your hair really is even more stubborn than that, we might have to do like a mushroomy brown, like an ashy brown.
Okay, I'll just go with whatever you recommend because I really don't know.
Okay.
My goal is not to dye my hair.
Yeah.
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 And I know it might take up to a year, right?
Yeah.
To get there.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Are you okay with having a slight violet hue to it?
Violet. Not even like a little bit like that color?
Yeah, not as purple as that. It's less purple than that. It's like the slightest, it's like a hue of it. So it would be like gray with the undertone of that.
Okay. Whatever you think is best.
Okay. And it'll just like soften the grow out. It's not going to be perfect. It'll just soften. Okay.
So I could grow it out without looking like this.
Yeah. I would say probably by the second or third time you come in, you'll feel like just letting it go.
And right here, all the hair around my face, because I think this looks terrible. Would it be lighter here?
Yeah, we can do a lighter then.
Okay.
Yeah, we can definitely do that lighter because it looks darker back here too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I think most of my white hair is in the front.
Yeah. Are we doing a haircut or a blow dry?
Haircut.
Okay. How much did you want to cut off? Do you like your last haircut?
No, not at all.
Oh no. Why?
Why?
What's wrong with
Well,
it?
I guess it was more the color, and then she was trying to correct the other bad haircut I had. I went to 2 different places, one in Torrance and one near my house. And
Okay. Do you have a picture of what haircut you want then?
I showed you.
Yeah. Can you pull it up?
Oh. Well, for now. Then later on, I just want to grow out my hair.
Oh, okay.
If it's
so we're not
possible.
doing a haircut today.
No, I do want a haircut because I think it looks like right here is kind of. I do want a haircut.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this look in the back.
Okay, it's kind of graduated.
Yeah, and I like this look on the side. So
It's honestly kind of what you have.
Yeah, except shorter, right?
Yeah.
And more
so
even.
what was wrong with the last haircut?
It was, to me, it was really uneven. Like,
Uneven?
yeah, like right here is to me longer
Then,
than over here.
alright, let me check it really quick.
Okay. But basically it was more of the color was really dark.
You're saying the right side is longer than the left side.
Am I wrong?
I think the left side is longer than the right side.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me check it.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. So this was actually a client that I had filmed, I want to say about a year ago. So the formula that I will be sharing at the end, they actually do not make it anymore. But I just want to go over how I blended her and what the process was like for her to have something that is going to grow out softer and allow her to just grow out her natural hair fully. So she has permanent color that has been darkened into a base that is darker than she's used to. And she just wants to have something that is going to blend softly with her gray pattern. She is more dimensional in the back here. So you can see there's a lot more natural dark at her root, and so I am spacing these foils out a little bit further apart, but as I get closer towards the top of her head where she has more concentrated silver, I will be spacing these foils a little bit closer together just to mimic and create the illusion that we are blending with her gray pattern. And since she has a solid tone like the base color, there's no highlights or anything, I'm utilizing slices to get rid of the color as much as possible. Now, if she had highlights previously and they were lifted perfectly, I would start weaving, but because we're more of in a corrective state, I want to utilize slices because you're going to get the most amount of impact with each foil to essentially correct that permanent color brown on those mids and ends. I know that slicing doesn't give the most blended and natural blend, but our focus today is really to brighten up her permanent color. So slices is going to do a really great job at getting rid of majority of that permanent color. And when she comes in for her touch-up, we'll see if we can even utilize doing weaves. A lot of times if clients come back in after their second session and all of the permanent color has been woven out, meaning lightened out, then I will start blending and weaving and baby lighting and doing all the things to make it very seamless against our natural once all of the old color that we're correcting has been lightened. So that's why the first 1 or 2 sessions I typically will utilize slices for that reason, because we are just trying to correctively get this color out. And if I were to weave her hair today, like as the first session, it would take her a lot more sessions to get her to her goal. So I'm just trying to work smarter, not harder, and do a blend that is going to essentially just get her to her goal as quickly as possible, yet still blend with her gray. And when I say blend with her gray, we are not trying to go like solid, meaning we're not trying to lighten all the brown out all in one go, solid. She still wants to have some dimension because her natural gray pattern naturally already has dimension. So to recreate the illusion of that, we are doing foils. Now, if a client had like 100% gray though, I would definitely try to recommend that they do a very solid blend, meaning do a full bleach out solid, because that's going to get them to their goal faster. And so it just kind of varies depending on the client, what their tolerance is and what their preference is as well too. And with each gray blending client that sits in my chair, I kind of get a good idea through our consult in text message, but sometimes we'll change mine when I see them in person, just depending on how their hair feels. The type of language they're using about the pictures that they're showing me too is really important. And it's just really important to listen to your client and seeing how they feel about certain blends or tones or anything like that. So I will say I used the Danger Jones powder lightener, and I think I used like 10 volume to start off with, and then usually I finish off the rest of the head with 20 volume. And some of her ends were being a little bit more on the stubborn side because of the permanent color. So I will be using a more violet-y gray toner. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, this toner formulation that I used to use no longer exists. So I have now pivoted to using just strictly Danger Jones. I used to use the Danger Jones Silver with the Pulprite Violet for this color, and that's exactly what we're using on her today. For her root shadow though, I am using the Danger Jones Gloss Toners. I did the 5-1, and after that we did Silver and Violet. So now that that color has been discontinued, I just use this Danger Jones Silver and their Violet Blonde. I would say it depends on preference of what I like, because I used to use the Violet from Pulprite. I did like the fact that it was more pigmented, a little bit stronger, because essentially when you overtone an ash tone, it does help with the fade not being so brassy. But now that they don't have that color anymore, I just use the Danger Jones Violet Blonde, and it's been working out great. It's just a little bit of a lighter color, so if you're looking for more of a deeper tone, if the client doesn't lift light enough, I would definitely use a different formulation, because the Silver and Violet Blonde is really for people who are about a level 9, 9.5, and 10. I wouldn't use it on anyone who lifts to a level 8 at all.
Feels so far, Peggy.
Oh, I really like it.
Did you like it? Nice and smoky, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
really like it.
So the purple is gonna help make it last long. Okay, it does wash out. When it gets to the color that you love, like if you want to maintain this, I would do the purple right away. If you want it to get a little bit more gray and more the more neutral gray, let it do normal shampoo and then alternate with the purple.
Okay.
It's really up to you and what you want to maintain.
Feels great. I'm really happy.
Let me fix that one curl right there.
Alrighty, this is the finished look. I absolutely loved it. We were able to keep some dimension in her hair. We did not do a demi in between her highlights, so that is purely her natural in between the color, and we did plenty of tip outs to brighten up and try to get rid of that old brown. The second session, I'm going to start picking up more of that brown, and then essentially she can just grow that out and just tone or just maintain the color with purple shampoo at home. Alrighty, that is it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in, and as always, I will talk to you next week.